Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 724 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Takamalda, and I am, of course, joined by two of the greatest geeks you're ever going to meet, Rob Roseboom.
It's me.
And Chris DeBona.
It's him.
There you go, the vehicle mudguard.
So does that look about right?
That is the piece.
We were in the middle of discussing the new set. You should show them.
Yeah, this is
podcast listeners. He's in the middle of building the new land speeder in Lego.
I'm only allowed to build one bag worth a day. That's
your limit.
That's my limit.
Savoring it. You're savoring it.
I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Yeah.
If I otherwise it would just be done. You know, so I turn on some random YouTuber that I only have half of an interest in, and I build one bag of Lego, and that's like my half-hour private don't bug daddy time. Let's see. We have a number of weird stories in the bin today.
Well, there is something.
There's a couple of biggies.
Well, there's something that I wanted to show you.
All right.
From the future of cooking.
Oh, all right.
Is it another uni oven?
No, it's not an uni oven. I'm trying to get a really good picture of it. Hold on.
Well, while you're finding that picture, Japan has they're building a turbine that's going to generate electricity from deep sea ocean currents.
Now we've run that story before.
We have, but this is actually not like this isn't like snake oil. They're actually generating like 100 kilowatts as an experiment, and they're planning on now spinning this up to multi-megawatt like kind of production. I thought that was just kind of neat.
So they've created a deep water wheel?
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that where the currents are? Yeah. No, that seems very nice.
I'm not current.
Although I'm picturing the fish like swimming into it and dunk on the head. You know what they should do? They should just go above it with a net and collect all the fish parts.
Like right underneath.
Yeah.
Wait till they find out this decimates the giant squid population.
For sure.
They're not smart enough to swim away from the turbines.
Oh my God, the deep having to eat the octopus.
Oh, poor the deep.
Oh, Timothy.
Poor the deep. I still have only seen the first episode of The Boys. My wife and I have been unable to block off 2 more hours to watch the next 2, and I'm so excited.
I don't want to break it up for you.
Oh.
Was that in the first episode?
No, it's the last. Way to spoil it, Chris.
Oh,
Timothy!
You did it. You did the thing I didn't want you to do.
There's the deep's nemesis.
Yep.
The power plant.
It does seem like you should be able to combine that with some sort of fishing thing.
Yeah, right? Make it a positive rather than a negative. This is the thing. People go on about wind turbines killing birds, and I'm like, you know what also kills birds? Global warming.
Right. Well, and also, let's be realistic. There's not really a lot of birds or fish or bugs left. We've killed a lot of them. They're mostly gone now.
Poisoned fish, lead shot in waterways. There's all sorts of things that kills birds.
And I got to tell you, man, since like 1989, I don't know that I've ever thrown in one of those 6-can plastic wrap holder things without cutting it. I know that. I've done my part for the environment.
Yeah, every time we throw those things in the lake, we always cut them now.
Yeah, me too. I just throw them right in the. I throw them in the river, right outside my window. Yeah.
Whenever I'm about to dump some lead,
I always cut it. I am good. I love the planet. I'm so green it hurts.
We coat all the lead in plastic before we throw it into the ocean now. So.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you want to tell us about whatever this pan is?
Okay, so this pan is sitting on a countertop. You say. Look, Chris, it is sitting on a countertop.
Is it like a convection surface?
But is it? No. Yeah, it's convection.
It's the most dangerous thing to have in a house with children that you could
here
possibly
they did a
think
little
of.
See-through thing, right, where they embed the induction surfaces under the porcelain.
So you got to use a special pan?
Well, yeah, but you have to do that with induction anyway. So, yeah.
Do you? I guess that's true. I'm thinking of when I was a kid, my aunt had like a flat oven or a flat stovetop.
Yeah, those would have typical like heating elements underneath.
Yeah.
Them. But yeah,
it wasn't induction.
Yeah.
This is the new generation of induction surfaces.
That's what I'm rocking over here. I hate them.
You hate induction?
No, the
hot under glass
underneath the glass.
Yeah.
So what's cool about this is the Laptex surface is a sintered porcelain, and so it's incredibly durable and cleanable. So it's like, this is so cool. This is yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and if you got, well, I have no idea. Was this 10 grand maybe more?
you got to replace all your pans.
Well,
Pants
actually,
are cheap.
one of the things that Christine has set me on is I'm taking some sacrificial cast iron pans that we have
Mhm.
that need to get reseasoned and the rest that she found.
Mhm.
And I'm supposed to make their bottoms incredibly flat.
Oh, like with a
Just
grinder?
for this. Yeah, I'm gonna take a belt sander to them, but ideally I'd get a metal lathe, but I'm picturing a metal lathe with the handle going around and
No,
around
that's
and
not
wang,
safe.
wang, wang,
That's not safe.
That's not safe. So I was thinking of
Well,
getting like a disc grinder or a drum
Yeah,
grinder.
you're gonna want a disc grinder.
it'll be a hell of a way to improve your reflexes, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking your hand through there.
Wear some
You'll
safety
learn in a
goggles.
hurry that you want to be
No, you're
faster.
doing the face. You're not doing the side.
He knows. He's implying that you might be a stupid man.
Well, you wouldn't be far off. I mean, I'm the one who skied on us.
See, I have no problem putting the oven on or like installing that as a cooking surface, but the idea that I have to use their proprietary pans, that would really bother me. I have a lot of
You don't have to use
pans.
proprietary pans. Everyone makes induction-friendly pans now. All-clad, all of them.
Is that mackerel she's cooking in that pan? I couldn't
I don't
quite
know.
tell.
They look like big
Well, it should be Italian,
fish.
right?
Oh yeah, everfish.
Looks
Is that
looks like
mackerel?
mackerel to me, kind of. Anyway,
Well, it's the most induction-friendly of fishes.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not the pans that's the problem. You have to buy the food that responds.
yeah, you have to buy
Yeah.
the certain pelagic species that actually cook over induction correctly.
Yeah.
Right,
You don't want to try cooking swordfish in that.
Induction friendly eagle.
You oven roast an eagle.
Oh.
You don't pan fry it.
I've been sous videing my eagle.
You don't eat eagle.
I would never eat eagle.
Listen, I feel like I'm the deep telling you not to eat Timothy, but yeah.
That's fair.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, so Elon Musk has shock decided that he might want to back out of the Twitter deal.
I have the right to not buy it. Yeah, it's just going to cost you $1 billion, dum-dum.
Right.
Right?
There's a bit of an oopsie. I mean, here's the thing though, like everybody knows. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive on this. I assume that a quarter of what I see on Twitter is bots. And the fact that they tell me that it's like 5% or whatever number, I was like, I do not believe you because I know how hard it is. Like this is of all the bullshit that we talk about on this stupid show. This is a subject that we actually know a fair bit about, Rob and I.
Hell, just the sheer number of bots that try to get into our insider Facebook group for the game or our Discord. I mean, it would blow your mind how many bots I have to ban every day. But Twitter?
Yeah. We spent hundreds, thousands of engineering and man hours just dealing with bots. And I don't know what the percentage of accounts that were created were bot-ish for us over the years, but it was more than 5. It was more than 5. And there was very little economic incentive to monkey around with a Slashdot form. But yeah, Elon's going back out, looks like. Well, I didn't know that he had $1 billion escape clause.
Yeah, that's the kill fee. But the thing about that is if he goes, listen, it's cheaper for me to pay the $1 billion than buy the company at whatever is the current price. That's the argument he's making to them.
Well,
like,
for
I
sure.
still want to buy you. I just don't want to buy you for $54 a share. I want to buy you for like $30 a share.
Right. He can come back.
How about this? Why don't I pay you $30 a share plus $1 billion? And he's like, and because they're, who's going to buy him if he doesn't? Is sort of the question. And then the question becomes, are they okay with that?
That's the
they
terrifying.
Might just say, you know what? We'll just take the $1 billion and not sell to you.
I mean, for all the I guess given how much money Twitter actually makes, that $1 billion is a significant percentage.
Yeah, real
that's
money.
Like I don't know what their annual income is, but $1 billion has got to be a pretty big percent of it.
So they made $1.2 billion in March of this year. So
I mean, that'd be a real good.
That's a quarterly number.
That'd be a real good quarterly.
That's their revenue. The income was about 4/5 that. So it's basically 2 quarters net. So okay.
That's going to show up on the earnings report.
Oh
Then all they have to do now is court centric billionaires every couple quarters and get them to back out.
yeah, right.
Right? That becomes their business model.
What a weird market. Like,
Well, you know,
I mean, it's a growth market, right? We keep minting more billionaires.
especially stupid ones.
At the rate inflation is happening and consolidation of wealth, I figure we should have a good couple thousand of them in the next few years, right?
Yeah. What a
Awesome.
dumb-
They'll all have our best interests at heart.
Right. And they at very, very most, they
What
only
about
need
this
4 a
face
year.
says otherwise?
Yeah, well. Yeah, well, good luck. I have no idea what's going to happen. We talked about this the second this story came out, Chris. You stated on this very podcast that there was no way this deal was going to actually happen, and I think I waffled. I said I think it might.
I mean, it might, but I don't know.
Yeah.
These aren't serious people, Rob. You know?
I mean, he's serious about making all of his employees go back to work and making a lot of them mad.
Oh, I have to tell you, because when Marissa Meyer went to take over Yahoo, she drove sort of famously in our circles. She drove into work and she's like, "Where the hell is everybody? You know,
Work
we're
from
paying for all
home.
this amazing campus, and I don't see anybody." And they're like, "Oh, they're working from home." And she's like, "Are they?" Yeah, they're totally working from home. She's like, "Show me the VPN logs."
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, well, huh. It's almost like they're not doing work."
Shocking.
So, like the next day, she's like, "Everyone comes to the office now."
You blew it, kids.
And people are
Yeah.
like, "But I moved to Iowa." And it's like, yeah.
Well, you ruined it for everyone. Congratulations.
I think some people got to continue to work from home, but
Oh,
they were
for
the
sure.
ones who were in the VPN logs.
Yeah, right. They made good choices.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I thought that when back in the day, Rob, we did it pretty well. We worked from home a lot, but we always made sure to be in the office. Not half time, but around that. We
Well,
were
you
there
guys
for
also liked
meetings.
each other. It
That's
was a small
true.
environment, I liked working for you guys from home. I worked from Placerville. I was slash dot,
Well, and if you had, a daddy pants shift,
yeah,
is
you were
pretty
working.
obvious if you were working or not, right? So,
Oh, no stories posted.
yeah. What do you
I
know?
mean,
Oh,
it's
look
pretty
how big the
obvious.
bin is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think someone's slacking up.
there's 137 things in the bin. Maybe somebody's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody had to be around to figure out what percentage of accounts being created that day were bots. Got to keep our valuation up.
No,
in case...
it always falls back to Zen, though.
Yeah, it's true. Cat food. Remember the cat food report, Rob?
I do.
Oh, God. Seared into my brain. So Sandman date announcement and a lengthier trailer.
Yeah.
Good trailer.
Good trailer. They got great people to play it, like Morpheus.
He looks so much
Perfect.
like the character.
In the
Perfect.
comic.
It's
kind of
incredible to me.
spooky. It's like they
Yeah.
bred him for this.
Yeah. His body looks CGI'd in some of those shots. I don't know.
I think he's super skinny too.
I was kind of wondering. He was on the edge of believable body type versus CGI. I don't know. But
almost like they could have used Ezra Miller, but taller and skinnier.
yeah, he does kind of look like Ezra Miller.
And less, bar fighty.
Less assaulty.
Yeah.
Less
Oh,
assault.
speaking of Ezra Miller, I watched the latest Harry Potter movie this weekend.
The crimes of
The Secrets of Dumbledore.
The secrets of crimes of
And
Ezra Miller.
let me tell you,
was it good?
You know me and my love of mediocrity. This was a really bad movie.
Wow.
Like, it was really hard to watch.
It didn't lap itself back to good and then back to bad, or
No, I was bored literally the entire movie, and there are parts where you're just like there's a part right around the midway, or right around the midpoint, where they all do like a crab dance, and you have to dance like a crab in order to not be eaten by the crab-like monsters. It is utterly silly and utterly stupid. And then in the rest of the movie, people are just getting murdered. It's weird because like they at the end of the last one they turned everything into like everything became like a Nazi thing. Like it was all the rise of the fascists or whatever, and then this has like a crab walking dance in the middle. Yay! So the Sandman date was August 5, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Man, I'm excited about that. I want that.
Can't wait.
I did not see a release date for the What We Do in the Shadows season 4. We had
That's
It's like
July
July 24th or
something.
22nd.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
17th or something
Oh,
like that.
that's actually the 7/12. So July 12th.
we actually just watched an episode of Community last night with Clem Fandango doing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Can you hear me?
Clem Fandango. He was the grifting professor, and I couldn't. And Kat and I couldn't stop making vampire jokes. And the kid was just like, "What is that? You can't do that."
I I don't know, for me at least, if there's a more delightful television show than this. I like this
What we
more
do in the
than
shadows,
movie.
or
Yeah.
shows?
Yeah, yeah. What We Do in the Shadows.
Did you
Yeah, I think it's
see?
better than the movie.
Did you
And the
see the
movie is
little
fine.
energy vampire?
Yes.
Like, did you?
Oh, did they show it in the
Yeah,
trailer?
like you'll have to
Yes.
scrub through because he's like little,
Yeah, he's in a stroller. Or not a stroller, a walker.
but with his old face.
Tell me they put him in a Baby Bjorn at some point.
They will. They're gonna have to.
I mean, you can't not put the energy vampire. I can imagine an energy vampire as a baby. The
You
amount
know,
of just life you can suck out of people as a baby, like and you used to don't stop crying. You saw his eyes glowing.
last year, the last season, they did a trailer which was just their auction,
God,
and
that was funny.
it was so funny. And that bit never showed up in the show.
That was funny. I remember.
I was waiting for the sex
Yeah.
rock to show up some
Yeah,
point in the show.
the sex rock. But yeah, so yeah, I bet they're all dancing in the club to the Rasputin song,
yeah.
and I bet this is not even going to show up in the show. Come on, find that energy vampire. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
There it is, starting.
Okay, hit and play.
Yeah. The other thing that I find really cool about this show is they do a lot of like special effects that seem beyond the budget of a TV show like this. Like I mean, not I'm talking about like when they fly and stuff, but like the talking doll and now that baby the baby energy vampire, they put in a like I wonder if that's just like a Taika Waititi, like I did Korg, I really know how to do this cheap now.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's see. This is Rob's story about the tank specs.
Bring it.
Again, this game keeps
Another
on giving,
one?
right? Yeah. This is a totally new one. This time it's a
My
Chinese,
tank does this. My tank is a shield.
it's a Chinese tank, but I think they only released the specs for the ammunition for it. Not any tank specs, but they were classified ammunition specs for this that they released. But it's the same game, so
Yeah.
this game keeps on giving. I love that. They keep releasing classified information for different tanks, different munitions through this game. It's fantastic.
Winning arguments on the internet with strangers, but it's never crossed my mind to commit a little light treason in order to do it.
Right? Well, luckily China's probably really easy on treason. Right, so-
Notoriously chill about it.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever leaked it is fine.
Yeah, that's great. What's the game? War Thunder?
War of Thunder.
Sounds like the kind of game that I do not want to play.
Are you not a big thundering war person?
I'm generally just not a tank person, I guess.
I like quiet war.
You said tank.
I did say tank. Are we gonna go around the table and do our Beavis and Butthead impressions?
I don't know. Are we?
That was cool. Can I do Beavis? Yeah. Nope, I can't do that. Beavis and Butthead are getting a new movie. I think it's coming straight to Paramount Plus.
Yes.
And it's a sci-fi. So I will 100% watch this. I continue to this day to have a very warm spot in my heart for Beavis and Butthead. It came out at just the right time.
Yeah.
I kinda hated watching it, but it was important. I mean, it was really a
It
watershed moment in
yeah, it
horrific
this
animation. I mean, they pushed all the barriers, you know?
at least at my house, this Ren and Stimpy,
Yeah.
and
Hated
what
Ren and Stimpy.
I introduced my wife to Syphil and Ollie this
Mhm.
weekend,
I've never seen it.
and those three things on MTV late at night, while you're feeling a certain way, let's say, were bread and butter.
Right?
Yeah.
No, the trailer actually, like, they're hitting a lot of sci-fi buttons. I think that they're going to do a good job. I think I said this note in the channel. I mean, so I think Mike Judge is like the real
He's
deal.
remarkable.
I think
He is
Idiocracy and Office Space are two of just the most perfect little things that have ever been made by film.
and remember Alec Berg was the second on all this stuff,
Yeah.
right? So
Is
it's
he
like
back
you've
for
got
this
this
too?
I don't know, but it's like you've got this line, Mike Judge, all the way through this, King of the
Silicon Valley.
Hill, Silicon Valley, and then you got Barry with Alec Berg, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
how did so many good things come out of one guy? You know?
It's
So
true. Uh,
he's a remarkable guy.
but I don't know. This for me. This was at its apex when I was like in high
Yeah,
school, and I just loved this. I loved Beavis and Butthead a
sure.
lot. The movie was kind of mediocre, but
To America.
yeah,
It was
uh,
better than any right to be. But yeah.
sure. I'm hey, straight to streaming. I'll watch anything straight to streaming. I watched the Harry Potter Secrets of Dumbledore.
Wait, you made it through
Uh,
it?
I finished it.
I like you more than you like yourself.
I have a lot of like
well,
abuse issues.
when when Rob finds a rotten steak, he makes sure to eat all of it
It's true.
before moving on.
That's true. Let's see. USB-C mandatory for iPhones in the EU by autumn of 2024. This is the Apple thing. Are they going to have to change their Lightning cable? And they've been dragging their
Well,
feet on this for like 4
you know,
years.
here's the thing. USB-C is just a connection shape and electrical standard, kind of.
Well, it's many
So
things.
they'll find a way of doing Lightning over USB-C that's completely incompatible.
Dongles.
Like it'll let you charge, and that'll be about it. Everything else will be like this special Apple USB-C Thunderbolt and Firewire Lightning standard or something.
Well, I actually said this. We were just talking about this before we started. My phone split in half yesterday or 2 days ago, and like all the guts fell out.
Yeah.
And so
An iPhone, I might.
yeah, an iPhone. No Android phone in history has ever had
Nope.
any sort of mechanical failure like that.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
But I ordered a new one, and I was mad because I was planning on getting a new phone. My phone is 4 years old, and I've just been waiting for them to
Sure,
do
right
it.
as they announced the new chip.
I need a USB-C phone because I am
Mhm.
so tired of having to have Lightning cables and USB-C cables both at all of my chairs. It makes me angry that I have to have all these extra cables.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope that Apple isn't turd buckets about it, but they'll figure out a way. They've been fighting that for that Lightning cable, and they're still doing it. The AirPods have it. The big earphones have it. Like that Lightning cable's never going anywhere, and it's so slow.
Yeah.
Is it?
It charges slow. It's USB 2. It's not fast.
Okay.
The last one's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of lightning cable,
Oh no! All right, I ain't following that. Take it, Rob.
Yeah.
no, we
So
they
the company
figured
that makes tasers will have a drone because the only thing that's going to stop a wacko with an AR-15 is going to be a little piece of plastic that can barely,
that
make
you
it
can
back
swat
on
away
a
from
good
you
day.
and break. Uh,
Yeah, the taser will do it. It's like, in fact, you know what we should do? We should have one of those man trap doors. They always architect these crazy. We're gonna have a man trap door with an air
yeah,
gap, and then there'll be tasers on floating drones.
yeah.
It'll cost millions. And it's
When I
like,
read this, I just thought there's a much easier way to do this. We just task force X everybody, right?
yeah,
Everybody gets an explosive put in right underneath
Yeah.
their brainstem.
when they're born.
And then if your RFID tag doesn't match when you walk through school, your head explodes, right?
Yeah. It's like
Problem solved.
It's like scanners.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked in The Running Man. It worked in
Look, there's precedence. That's all I'm saying.
Do you have to give combat pay to the janitor?
No, he's fine.
He's already implanted. Everyone's implanted at birth.
Yeah.
Right, but he has to clean it.
Building. It's really the vampire solution, right? Because you have to be invited in. Your key has to be synced to the building. Then you're allowed in. Otherwise, well,
as long as the router.
We couldn't change the Second Amendment, Rob.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
This is clearly easier.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
those well-armed militias need this.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly the law. We have to have guns, so
that's
what we do now.
What I want to know is who is the asshole at Axon Taser who's like, hey, I did a mock-up. This is how I'm going to sell school shooters.
Right, now it's on NPR.
I'm picturing the product meeting, and they're just like...
Yeah, can you imagine the meeting with this, where it's like, and...
Well, they thought this was a good idea.
Tim, you had something you wanted to share with us? All right, now hear me out.
Well, I already put it on NPR.
Hear me out.
I mean... I guess it's true.
God damn it, Gary.
I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, the future of a lot of forms of warfare is drones, and we've also talked a lot about how, like, if you wanted to disrupt events, you could just get 50 drones, fly them into the event, and you could shut anything down, right? Like, that's not really like we have no way to defend that. Like, this is crazy. And that's
why you need to give Israel's Iron Dome technology to any American.
In order to form a well-armed militia.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe we just make one for classrooms, like a smaller one, like aluminum dome, we'll call it. Or something.
We can have a really pretty ballistic blanket.
Yeah.
And whatever that lady said. It's like, oh my God.
It was ballistic blankets. And she said yes. And they look great when you hang them up.
Yeah. So safe. I feel better just knowing they're there. Plus, they probably serve an acoustic function.
There's 130,930 private and public K-12 schools in the United States.
That's a lot of blankets.
That's a lot of drones. That's a lot of $1 million man trap air gap technology. That's a lot of head explosives.
You think the My Pillow guy is going to start selling ballistic pillows?
Oh, dude, for sure.
You know,
and ones that you say you cut the pillow open, right, and it's filled with shot, and then you just fill a pillowcase with it. Ooh. And you use it like a sap. That's what you use to protect yourself.
All right, so it's
yeah, he was going to ship all those to all those schools, but then the Democrats stepped up and they kept him from doing it.
Wasn't I've seen in like 2 or 3 different things in the last month or two somebody using a fanny pack or whatever filled with weights. There was a scene like that in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's right.
And there was another show that I just saw do that. Like that's how it should be.
Well, you know, and Zen is the avatar of fanny pack technology. I mean, the amount of work we put into our fanny packs in the game,
amazing,
industry leading, trend setting.
How many slots of storage do I get in my fanny pack?
Lots.
I think 8.
Oh, excellent. I don't know what you're doing, Chris.
I have a hard. I want to say goodbye to Val.
You got to say goodbye. All right. Well, let's rock out. Fare thee well, Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
And goodbye, Chris DeBona.
See you guys.
I was Rob Commander Taco Maldo. That was episode 600 and something or other of Geeks in Space, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.